TikTok.
Hello. Welcome to Sisters in Lit in Life. I'm Layla.
I'm Trina.
I'm Shannon.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Trina.
And I'm Rain.
All right. Tonight we will be diving right into an amazing book.
Amazing.
And I don't know who put this on the wheel.
Shannon.
Or did we just vote on this? Shannon?
I think we just
Shannon,
voted.
well, I'll let you introduce the book, Shannon, because you did an amazing job.
You did.
Vicious Bonds by Shanora Williams.
Ew.
Yes. Let's jump in. Whitney, you want to start us off?
Y'all. So this book was so good. And for me, I did the Audible and I read it too. And I feel like this is one of those books where the Audible is just light years above.
Oh, yes.
The reading is like both the audio narrators, they did such a great job. Like I feel like it was just all the extra wording, all the ad lib in there, all the heavy breathing, everything in the book. I was like, I'm here for all of it.
Oh, it made you feel like you were right there. Like
right there.
This is happening to me right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't read it. I can't read another is this dark fiction?
That was a dark fantasy.
Dark fantasy, yeah.
I gotta listen to it because they was giving me all the
light
with the the breathing and the talking. He was all aggressive. I was like, okay, yeah, I can listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
My favorite part of the book was the map.
I didn't even look at the map.
I did. You did not need the map. Honestly, you didn't need the map because everything, like.
Wait a minute, is Shannon still on?
Then she gone. They don't.
Then Trina left. There she is.
Yeah, we
I don't know what is going on. I think there was something.
Okay, there she is.
Sorry.
Okay.
So
something was on my screen and I tried to sweep it off and it just swept the whole thing off.
So the world that she created, it was very detailed.
I'm gonna go back and look at the map real quick.
It was
I know, I'm pulling it up too.
Like, listen, when I tell you that map was everything, so like it helped with the visual, even though you didn't need the map.
Okay.
It was not confusing. That was my first fantasy book like that.
And you would have to bring up the map.
No, I brought up the map because I wasn't confused because this was my first.
Why the map though? What was so special about this dang on map though?
Because
I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay, so listen.
I
got ADHD.
So why the map would help with your ADHD?
Because it kind of helped me like know the places, like where they were. Thank you.
Well, I would say this. Once I knew she left Earth, I didn't need the map. I just kind of was like, this is world building, and I know it's not here on Earth. And if I try to follow the map, I might get lost.
Why even bring up the map?
So I completely left the map out of it and listening to the different kingdoms, like, and the way they just hold on a minute. I'm gonna tell you another way that you didn't need the map. Well, I didn't need the map. The way they described it was like when they were in this area that was the safe place. He described this is the middle, and it's around all these other places. They're vying for all the territories, but this is the safe place, and it's in the middle of all of them. So I was like, oh, okay, that like laying out.
It made sense.
Yes, it putting the boundaries.
And
it's kind of like Game of Thrones.
Different.
Like you know that all these places are different.
They were so very different. Yeah, yes, Trina. Yes,
no.
Trina.
I don't know.
No.
Type it into the private chat and we'll let you know.
I was just saying that you brought up the map and it was very colorful.
I did the map. The map really did help me, but I really didn't have to look at the map.
That damn map. You didn't pay attention to that damn map.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because Shannon, y'all remember I said,
okay, what was on the map? What was on the map? What worlds?
It had the different worlds, like the trenches.
The realms.
It had like the fancy world. It had like the trenches.
No, Whitney, don't put that.
Blackwater.
Put that there.
Yes, like it had all that. But the thing about it is, she was so detailed with everything. You didn't need the map. You knew when you was on Earth, and you knew when you was back in the fantasy world. You knew when you was back in Blackwater.
Absolutely. She had clear, distinct lines like this. I'm traveling. There's a portal. I woke up. I'm no longer in Earth. Nothing is the same. The food even is different. This looks similar to something we have on Earth, but that don't look like nothing I done heard about it. She asked questions about it.
When she tried to smoke the bloom, and she was like, "This is no different from Reggie."
She said, "It's a Reggie." That was so funny. He was looking like, "What?" Yeah.
He said, "What is that, Reggie?"
But then for somebody else to be like, "Oh, we shouldn't trust her. She's a drug addict."
Yes.
He needed some kush.
Man,
oh my gosh, that was funny. But I think I liked the fact that they could talk before they even knew each other. Like they could kind of feel each other, communicate. So like, we open up and he's about to, unalive himself. And so, he hears her say stop or whatever she says. And it's like pulls her, and then she's in her world and she's doing something. He can hear her. She can hear him. And it's like they're not even, they don't know each other. Then nothing's happened yet. And they're just so in love, drawn together.
So the way that
you know what else I thought?
Oh, what is it?
How does he not know who Garrett is if he can hear her thoughts?
I don't think he can consciously listen in.
I don't think he was consciously listening into everything. But so we need to tell everybody, if you didn't read the book, so they are tethered. And so they can feel each other. They can hear each other's thoughts unless you block them out. And she hasn't learned how to block them out. But I think
he
thinks he's going crazy. So it's not necessarily that he didn't really know who Garrett was. I think he just kind of thought it's just voices. Like, what's going on?
I think like some of the conversation, because he kept saying like when he didn't want to hear her thoughts, he could block her out. So I think like he was kind of blocking her out, like
and she was blocking him out though too.
But she like when towards the end, because he heard all of hers.
Yeah.
He hear everything going on with her.
Maybe,
but I feel like too, it was a lot of emotion.
Yeah, maybe he can hear at his weakest point.
Yeah. And I feel like it got stronger when they met.
Yeah.
So she wasn't really fooling with Garrett a lot after they met.
Even before they met. Because come on, Garrett just bought the latte by and the pink box with the donuts when he was really annoying to her. Like she just was like,
she couldn't stand him.
Yeah. Like
I just
even that point where they always had those violent interactions, he should have been able to hear her then,
or at least feel her.
Yeah,
like feel her.
That's what I'm like. There's so many red flags about Garrett.
But that's what it was. Like, you know how you, like, I know it is, or I feel something, or something is pulling me or drawing me to this person, or I may hear something in the back of my mind, but I don't know what it is. Even if I'm thinking, or I hear a thought like, oh, I don't like that, or, oh, these people get on my nerves, maybe because they're so tethered together, he don't know what she's talking about. He's just hearing.
But he started out saying he didn't like Gary, but like he didn't have a problem with Faye or her twin brother. So he felt like something was up with Gary.
Here's the thing, and this may be me, and I may be totally wrong for the next book. I feel like Garrett is a part of this other world. Like I feel like he has something on, because the way his eyes turned black at the end, and she was just like,
went dark.
It felt too familiar to when she made it back to the other world, and how this other person's eyes turned black.
That's
and
what
then
Shannon
her brother has been missing for 2 years, and then it may be something like he may be alive, but here. And I think it is. I think Garrett has something to do with her brother missing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why.
Here's my theory behind Garrett. And I feel like he was probably trying to, I feel like Warren is the first person they were trying to get. The councilman, all of them. They were trying to go after Warren first to get him into the world or whatever. But his tether ended up pulling him into the not so great place, the trench. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then they're like, okay, so we got one left. We got to get the twin, the other girl. We got to get the twin. So they get her in there, you know, and Garrett is just like the worst anyway. Like, even if he does nothing apart of this, he's the worst. But I think that it's going to end up being like Garrett is like put on Earth to like watch them and like report back. And then something happened and he's like there like he's a part of that ring. He's probably a part of the council.
Well, I don't think he's a part of the council.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a part of the council. I think like he working with the what's his name? What's his name? What was the thing name that was trying
Morris, or something like that. He had two names towards the end. I kind of like the other name better.
Mouthwort, whatever they felt. What was the name?
But you say mouthwort.
It's Morath. Isn't it Morath?
Morath or something. I can't remember like what it was.
I'm gonna find it real quick.
Like the thing that was trying to
Mel. I know what you're talking about.
But it was Max. What it was? His real name was. Well, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, Trina, you can't come for her because you thought a character in the book was named Jennifer.
And it's not
I thought her name was Jennifer. You're right. I came, but I thought her name was Jennifer when I was listening to it. I thought her name was
Juniper.
Juniper.
Yeah.
That's close enough, huh? That's first cousin.
But I feel like that's who he working with. I feel like that's who he working
Hold
with.
up, the last book I thought somebody's name was Halloween. So, shit.
Turn your camera off. Turn your camera off.
While she's in the corner, I do want to discuss Willow's abandonment issues. And I think her abandonment issues because we see her as she's having strength because she'll stand up to Garrett, get your hands off of me, don't touch me like that. Like she about it, she ain't scared, but not really having the background, which I think is coming in book 2. Why does she feel like Cass is always going to not show up? Why does she feel like he's kind of put her out there in the open as this bait, and then he's not going to come in and rescue her like he says he is? Like she says, I call out for you and you didn't come. Or I thought you were going to leave. And when he asked her why, she's like, because I think you hate me. And that, him trying to deny so much that he loved her, I think really just drew me into this because he was trying so hard.
That's why we all love a good enemies to lovers romance.
Yes.
I just like the whole tether thing with the mind thing.
It was awesome. It's very different.
To
Like
have
I
your
said,
soulmate.
this tether, like
It's
a
the
whole
cold
bunch of
tether.
people.
It's that intensity of the cold tether.
They couldn't even get apart. It was painful.
Yes.
See, I don't want that type of tether because I'm trying to tether Idris Alba if he's out there ever listening.
Absolutely.
I want to tether him. I want to tether like.
Go ahead and block her off all lists, current and
But
future
I did.
lists.
No, you don't need to tell the powers because you will go to jail for If you can wake up in some jail.
No, because it's not a law. I can get away with
Gonna
it.
be part of the first heat too.
So one thing this book had that I feel like a lot of our other books not lack, but they don't really hit the mark was all of the spicy scenes.
I get in trouble.
The spicy scenes in this book.
I think the audiobook made it even better because for every breath and every
Inhale
and inhale and exhale and
that part where you just like,
and I was like,
I was stopping for the
breath.
pack pants. I was stopping for the pack pants. They had it.
Pack pan is 1 year over.
Girl,
They had the chemistry.
you got to have like 6 in rotation.
And I think my favorite part.
But I like that she waited to the end.
Yeah.
Even though she didn't put it to the end, I still was ready.
She worked up to it because she knows that they could not. They despised each other. You can't just be like despising each other one chapter and then y'all tussling in the bed the next chapter. No, she worked up.
But honestly, that's fantasy. Anyone who writes good fantasy, you never get. It's usually not even the first book. Like it's usually like the second book.
This is Bomb's Mama Trina.
So I'm gonna be honest.
This is Bonds.
Let me put it in the chat.
Mama, stop asking all the questions.
Yes, she can ask questions.
No, keep asking questions.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's how I know that book was like really, really, really good because I stayed interested the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I was staying up to like 2 and 3 in the morning.
Sleep the next day.
Like it was just like I just had to know what was going on. It was like it was a page turner.
It was.
I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous. I have PTSD when it comes to fantasy books. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't sure about it.
I don't even ask you why you got PTSD, but
You know what, Ryan? Don't
Ain't gonna
get off the camera, Ryan.
Wait, can we go back to the spicy scene? Can we talk about that scene where they wasn't even with each other, but he
telepathic.
Oh, when they was
in the bathroom.
That's why I said it wouldn't be a good idea. I mean, it would be an excellent idea to have that type of power.
Yes.
But that was
got to
great.
be in your world, baby.
Exactly.
I ain't gotta be in your world, baby. But
So you know what I'm wanting for the next book, and I don't know what her kind of outlook on it is. I want to know what the tether, how it makes them stronger. Like, what does it create a power? What does it create? Like,
because she doesn't have any powers.
Yeah, so I want to know. I feel like going forward, you know, she's our heroine. She's our main girl. We meet her, you know, throughout the whole book. So I'm wondering what she's going to develop when she's in this. Is she going to awaken some kind of power, or like is something going to happen that?
Did she get the power when she accept that she is from that world, that she is of that world? Like I was thinking about that too,
because I don't think it's teleporting.
I like the idea that that she found out like that they were stronger together, like because everybody was telling them like they need to separate.
Yeah,
because the whole time I was like, oh my god. They're gonna find
the book
be together.
It was the book that she read, and so it had me kind of confused on who was really telling the truth, especially when we saw his outcome in the end, and his homeboy really set him up and betrayed him. But the woman who told him to stay apart was attacked.
Yeah, Beatrice.
Yeah, because they was going back and she was gonna tell them that they need to be together.
So I wondered if the book was planted on Earth so that she would read it, because you know she couldn't find anything. Was the book planted in Earth so she could find it and then make her way back to him?
So I do agree, because I think too, when you're looking at the book, she's just reading a regular book, and then after you get to a point, it says if you're at this point. And then it's like talking to her, because you know she's been reincarnated. Like this is not the first cold tether. That's like, if I know I'm coming back in 700 years as a different person, I'm leaving breadcrumbs. I'm leaving.
But that's what I was about to say. Like it was their
ages
leaving it for herself.
But in order for her,
remember they saw her before. Remember they knew her before. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like was it her like leaving like that book for herself?
But in order for her to have left that book for her, because she didn't find the book, her friend did.
So
how, you know what I'm saying? How do you? Because she, even with her searching, she couldn't find anything.
But okay, so I do believe
will play a bigger role in the next book.
See, that's what I was just about to say. Now, coming from like people that's like real spiritual, they do believe in like reincarnation. So they feel like when you reincarnate, the same people that you meet in that lifetime, you'll meet in this lifetime. So like that's why I want to know like what role I want a Faye book. And I know she's not done with the second book, but I do want a Faye book. Because like just think about it, if one of your friends would have came and said all that to you, you probably would have been like,
well, think about it too. We think
it's something up with the friend. Why do you just believe that?
Well, we think
just like that off the bat. Just like that.
Like it's nothing.
Been flipping out and be like, "Are you okay? Do you need a?"
So like that's what I'm saying.
Like, stop smoking that shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. What did you smoke today?
But if you look at it, like, a lot of fantasy books do that. They put a person on Earth who is like supposed to be bad, but then they also put a protector. So maybe Faye is like her protector from another time. So like it just so happens that her friend owns a bookstore who has the book. Like I feel like it's all gonna link together, because even one of her portals is in the library basement. So it's like, yeah, you're reincarnated, but I feel like you might also be liking a lot of the same stuff that you liked in your previous life.
Yeah,
just a question real quick.
We gonna read the next book, but it don't come out until November.
It's not out yet. We would love the arc. We would love the arc. Sisters that Lit in Life would love the arc to book 2.
We couldn't even talk about
the arc. You have to sign up for it when she has it. So if you follow Shanora, just like how I got the arc,
okay,
you can sign up for it.
But
okay, so I don't follow her, but I need to follow her. Because
go ahead and follow her, and then she'll put out a message for those that want to be an ARC reader, and you just sign up for to ARC read, and see if you get approved.
I don't even know if I want it.
That's how I got it.
We can't talk about it. We couldn't talk about it on.
No. We can't discuss it until it comes out. That's fine. Yeah. But I just want to know how it ends. I'm ready to know.
Whenever she dropped that book, we need that Audible
too.
Because it comes out so I just want to wait until
Audible
November.
Is not gonna come out right when the book comes.
It's
out.
not.
It's not.
No, but you know what? You know what? She actually came out with this book. It was only a month ago or 2 months, right?
Yeah, but the Audible didn't come out until after.
Yeah.
The book.
Okay, so I got to be real with you. I wasn't sure because this book was a little thicker than the other books that we had read.
A little.
Yes, it's a little different.
And so, and I got ADHD. I don't do real thick books. I wasn't sure. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous. I didn't know how this Audible was gonna go because it was my first time doing it. I was nervous, even though I was reading at 0.0 speed.
Didn't know you could turn it up.
Didn't know I could turn it up.
I tell you read too slow for me at that point.
But listen, but check this out. I swear to God, my husband was on the other side of the bed listening.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good. And my husband, because at first he was like, "Hey, you gonna sit there and listen to a book?" But I was listening to it, but I was also reading along. Or like sometimes I get up, clean up, and play it. Yeah, it was like watching a movie. It was so good.
Oh, but when you get caught on the Audible, you'll find yourself popping in your earbuds, AirPods, when you're dropping the kids off, because you can't stop listening. Like, it's every time you get somewhere, you're like, y'all listen to y'all radio, whatever, the radio. I'm gonna listen to this.
I went to a birthday brunch.
He was at the brunch listening to the book.
No, I got 2 tips at the brunch, but on my way to the brunch. As soon as I came back, I took a bath and I got back in my bed to finish that book.
I would have to say
so y'all don't buy the book. I'm going to get everybody the copy.
Okay.
I need the home.
Because I know this time around for book 2, I need to annotate.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And this is a fantasy I've been craving for a long time.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, this is really my first fantasy. So, like, this was amazing and had me where I was okay with the magic and the whatever. Like, it wasn't too much. Because to me, I was like, nobody want to hear about no dang fairies and the fairy dust and Tinkerbell first cousin.
It depends on who's writing it, though. It depends on who's writing it.
This was drawing me in. Like, she wrote this story so well. Tinkerbell could have had dust coming out of her butt, and I'd have kept on reading. Like, it was so well written. This was a good story.
She was like 2 chapters, and it ended, and I was like, "What the hell? I know you lying."
I know you lying.
You ain't got no first chapter to the next book or not.
I got to 90%.
Listen, I was up here listening to it in my car, and I was like, "Oh no!"
When I knew I was at 95%, and it was getting even better, and I was like,
"That's how I was." I was like, "I know she's not doing this to me." I had to stop. Y'all know how I get anxiety. I get to the very end of the book. I be like, "I can't."
The whole comma.
I was like, "No, wait a minute." I kept trying to. It was like the end, and the man was still talking. I was like, "Well, wait a minute. When book 2 coming out?"
I swear, I was like, "I know you."
But you know what? I can't complain because it's coming out this year. It's not coming out next year.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Right.
One of the other favorite things about this book is her lack, even with the spicy scenes, her lack of the word cock. She said dick. She said dick all the time.
Mama, I didn't say dick, but
girl,
like, isn't that just such a better word? Mama, I didn't say dick. You just
because cock sounds so much vulgar.
Cliff,
we said it once or twice.
I feel like I don't know if it was this book or was it the last book we read. Somebody was saying it.
No, she said it once or twice because she said his cock grew inside of her.
Yeah.
Like she said it once or
well,
twice.
I didn't get tired of the word cock.
Not enough for it to be. Like,
she was more vulgar with describing the female anatomy. Like, it was just pussy. Like, okay.
What'd you call it? You said you did. Mama said you did. You did.
Yes,
do
you
that.
did.
I didn't. She said dick first.
And then you still saying it.
What
you call it? Shadowfold cliffhangers are the worst. But it also depends on like who's writing the cliffhangers.
Exactly.
Did they write a good enough book to make you want to read a second one?
And wait,
I am a series DNFer. I am. And I will tell you that I am not about to read the second one because evidently your first one didn't pull me in to make me want to complete the series.
Yeah, right. Not this book. This book, it got a whole trilogy.
I know it. This one is a trilogy. Just FYI, before you devote your time, if you're not down for it, then don't pick it up. But I'm telling you, it's so good to the point that you will want to finish.
Exactly, because with some fantasies, they put out that one good book, and then they put out that second book, and it'd be like,
yeah, like I'm just gonna say her name, and I don't give a fuck who got anything to say about it. Sarah J. Maas, she can eat all the dirt in the playground because that first one was all right, just
and
all
rocks
right.
too.
And then that second one was a whole flop. You're not gonna get me to read 5 books, and they thick in a series. Yep. If your second book did not make me want to read it like that.
But people if your first book don't make me want to read it, I'm not going to the second one.
People love Sarah J. Maas, and I'm like, how? Because that second book of Thorns and Bushes, what was it? Thorns and Bushes and Roses, wherever that name that book is. The second one was horrible.
So let me ask y'all a question. The author that we just got finished reading, is all of her books fantasy?
No. I think this is her first fantasy.
That was her
first one. She knocked it out of the park.
I'm just saying, because like, if you can get my attention with this fantasy, because Shannon, y'all know I was not down to do no fantasy.
You wasn't.
Nope.
Yeah, so I would.
She on my list for urban fiction.
That's urban fiction. That's what I was about to say. Like, so I want to read something else of hers because it's no way that she's not writing good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she has a taboo. She has
interracial romance.
She on my list.
Yeah, interracial romance. She is just a good writer.
Yep, and you know what? I would like to see her books in Barnes and Noble. You know,
why not? But
yeah,
I mean, you know why, but
I know why, but you know, Barnes and Nobles.
Well, they'll put her online because Holiday Wish made the online.
Holiday Wish is on Barnes and Noble.
I done made it,
mama. Do I post what this is?
The Nene.
Oh,
is that what you're doing?
Okay.
You in real slow motion, so it just looked like you had. Can I say handy?
Let me tell y'all a little story what Mama did with I promise it's not bad. It's not bad. I promise.
I was saying no to Shannon.
She was too.
I was just saying what Mama did.
You look slow.
Huh?
Boom.
She was over there.
Whipping and name.
She said,
hold on, let me tell you what Mama did. So we was at Barnes and Nobles and we got followed by somebody in the store. So, yes, by a clear person.
A clerk?
Yep. And we complained about it, and I was telling Mama about it. And I said, yeah, some Karen was up here following us around the store. She said, oh, yeah? Okay, baby, what's the corporate number? I'm about to call. I'm not even thinking about anything what she was talking about. So Mama called corporate and told them what happened. And she said, the lady was like, well, do you know the name of the rep? And Mama was like, yeah, her name was Karen. Mama,
oh, no.
I said, Mama, you said the lady's name was Karen? She said, yeah, but that's what she told me, that some lady named Karen was following you around the store. I said, no, Mama.
Nah, that was your fault.
You said it.
That's what you told.
It was your fault.
That's on you.
Y'all, that's not my fault. I said,
you should have asked that lady night.
It was your fault.
She asked you the question and you recited.
You got to use the government and the Karen on the side.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't even thinking about it. I didn't know she was going to go that far.
Mama said
somebody was messing with her baby.
Right?
I know how to be. I can call them on. Hello,
because they was following her. She said, I don't like that. She said, I told that lady about that. And then I said, Mama, you told them that the lady name was Karen. She said, I sure did.
Y'all ain't getting no gift card.
That's what she was supposed to do. She was making sure her baby was gonna be all right.
Listen, we
and
ain't
you
been back
told
to
her that
Barnes
it
and-
wasn't Karen.
Don't you hate when you forget a character of this age? Not to go hunting for my notes. Oh yeah, and that character was. They were all hundreds of years old. Shadowphone asked us about.
Yeah, they was ancient.
Mm-hmm.
They was ancient. Yeah.
Tell Shadowphone they need to go and read that book.
That's gonna come back in the story. Next story is gonna be like, yeah, she's reincarnated. Like, why aren't you this old? And they were like, well, the last time I saw you, what they say was like 90 or 990 years ago.
Time is different in Blackwater, right?
I believe that it's her brother.
Because she said she was gone for like months, and when she came back, it was like only 2 weeks,
2 days.
Yeah, yeah. Time is slower. Faster
I think that her brother is in the trenches.
I think he's in the trenches too.
I think he's in the trenches.
Wouldn't that be crazy if her brother was like Morris? He was bad. He turned bad.
I think he could be. I don't think her brother is good because let me tell y'all something. That's her twin on Earth. We all know how people say with twins, like I have some cousins that are twins, and the bond and the tie that they feel. Why is this cold tether stronger than a bond between twins? How is the bond between twins not even felt even when she's in this world? So I think that it's because he's different now. He's not what he originally was. Like I've really been thinking about it.
I don't think it's him.
You know the fact that they had, when they was doing the tethers or whatever, the fact that they made these twins is what started the bullshit.
It is.
Mm-hmm. That's what started.
Wait a minute. I thought that it was because they made 7 and not like a even number.
Right, because somebody had twins.
So who it was? What was that name?
Don't give me the I don't know. Don't give me the
whatever her name was.
Which name? Willow, and her brother's name is Warren.
Yeah, Willow.
No, I'm talking about
the original ones. They're reincarnated forms.
Was it Decis? What was it? Decis? Let me look.
Yeah,
I don't know the one because then they talking about she had to pick between. Well, the girl had 2. She fell in love with 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She got pregnant and she had to pick.
Mm-hmm. Because it was an odd number.
She didn't get pregnant, did she?
She didn't get pregnant.
She had twins.
Huh? Right, but she was in love with the 2 people. She got pregnant by one of them. She got pregnant.
Yeah.
And then the guy the other guy
wind up killing.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying
the other guy, the Decis guy, turned into Morris, whatever his name is. Am I saying that right?
I'm just saying
we gonna roll with it. We gonna roll with it.
The fact that twins, it's what started the book because it had been an even number.
It wouldn't have been.
What had these problems? That's all I'm saying.
I didn't even think about that before. I just knew that it was an uneven number. I knew it was 7, and she loved both of them, and she had to pick. And they told the one that she didn't pick that, basically they was on
something about this one. Maybe, but I know some had to do some twist, but was it because she couldn't make no more? I remember that's why she had to stop the one that was making them. Don't give me the line. I had to go back and look. But I know some energy.
She didn't have enough energy to make more. That's all she can make.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see, I'm ready to see, what's gonna happen when they wake her, or how are they gonna be able to wake her? Since
she get wakened, she
gonna wake up.
Mad as hell.
It's so many ways that this book can go.
It
can think of so many ways.
I mean, you done came up with like 8 things.
So good.
Yeah.
It can do anything.
So you can use any of our ideas if you stuck on something.
I'm ready.
I told you.
We just confusing you.
Look,
So I need to go follow her, and I need to see what else books that she have because her writing was the story.
Yeah, I love the Perfect Ruin. I love the Perfect Ruin by her. Matter of fact, Shannon put that book box together for that mystery book box, and it was a psychological thriller, and it was called The Perfect Ruin. It was good. So
I read her Wanting Mr. Kane. It's a taboo.
Taboo.
And My Professor.
Oh,
My
that's
Professor.
about the teacher. Her daddy best friend or something.
Her daddy best friend.
And My Professor was good too. I like My Professor by her.
Dang, didn't she write one called Coach?
I don't know.
Is that her?
I didn't dive too far into that.
Yeah, I was all over her.
I read The Other Wife. The Other Wife was.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Did you read the Mistress, The Other Mistress by her?
Is The Other Wife or The Mistress?
It's the other.
I got the wife.
It's The Other Mistress.
The Wife Before is on my list. Is it? Y'all read it?
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I didn't read that one.
The Wife Before.
That was good. I read that one. I forgot about that one. I read that one. That was good.
Don't put my name when we spin the wheel. Don't put mine because y'all.
I don't even think I gave all of mine.
We all got.
You better look, ma'am. We about to spin this wheel.
I mean, I
gotta have something.
I got some stuff.
I'm so y'all know right now.
So what you gonna do? Spin the wheel and then spin on the name?
Yes.
Oh Lord! Pick two.
Everybody, get your list ready. Get your list up.
Trina, you ain't had your list.
Nope. We did not have her list. Go ahead, Latrina. Go ahead and tell me you didn't have your list.
So we about to go ahead and spin this. Let me see if I can go ahead.
I'll place hope it's Trina. You better go on Goodreads and find something real quick.
Don't do me like that.
Trina, you didn't have your list up, and we talked about this list last week.
Like for real. I talked about the list for like 4 days. I know for a fact. Life has been life and in ghetto as hell.
I'm so done.
I've been trying to see. We knew y'all was piss poor students in school.
Oh Lord,
y'all ain't do y'all homework.
I always did my homework.
In the previous class.
I was always a good student.
The same. I mean, I might have gotten in trouble a couple times because my math.
Trina, whatever. You are the same. You stayed in trouble.
Sometimes.
I could believe it.
You was in trouble more than I was.
She said that like they went to the same school and she knows.
So
like that's her little sister. You
right.
Other than the book that we're gonna pick next week, do you also want to talk about our wrap up for the month? Too, right? We should also talk about our wrap up.
Oh, she telling on you. Trina,
Did you do your homework, Shannon?
Listen, I stayed doing my shit.
You told me I did your
mama said you stayed in trouble, Trina.
Trina, your mama said you stayed in trouble.
That's what you get your mama in the chat.
Hold on, what she say? I ain't even looked.
Stayed in trouble.
She said you stayed in trouble. And she said that specifically to you. Trina, you stayed in trouble.
She throwed it down on you.
Cannot.
I couldn't even blame it on no siblings. I mean, I did try to blame it on the imaginary flame. That didn't work.
Have mercy, Jesus.
I'm so done.
Okay, let's see how I work this.
Lord, please don't let it land on my name. Please don't let it.
I hope it lands on Latrina's name. I hope it lands.
Why would you want that?
Because it'd be hilarious watching you scramble to pick a book.
Right.
I'm so done. Y'all are so silly.
See what kind of friends you all are.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. We got fancy now, y'all.
Okay.
We ain't got no spin music.
Hell no. It don't spin on its own.
Friend, they set you up, friend. They set you up.
know. Why y'all being funny? We gonna go with
what you got.
Right.
Oh, you gotta
wait. We gotta hear the genre.
Man, no.
Yes.
No.
Fantasy.
It's gonna be urban fiction. It's gonna be urban fiction. It's gonna be urban fiction.
Psychological fantasy. I knew it.
Thriller.
Psychological thriller. What you got, Trina?
Man, y'all really suck.
Like,
No.
me. I lit.
Okay. So we gonna go with Can You Write? Masquerade Red Death.
What's it called?
Is that a psychological thriller?
No, you just picked the book from Goodreads.
Oh,
That's it. That was
Is that a psychological thriller?
it's no for real. It's a mystery romance.
What's it called?
But that
Can You Write?
That's not a psychological thriller.
I know, but we
she just
can.
went to Kindle and picked the book up.
She said, "You gonna get what I give you."
No. Okay, give me one.
She went to Kindle.
I want y'all to know this how I was in school too.
Delayed. That's gonna be my word.
Delayed.
Delayed.
Not denied. Just delayed.
Delayed.
Look at Rain mouth just open like.
I'm over here trying to find a book for her. Help her out.
Okay, so look, I ain't never read this book.
We may be
Look, for
updating
real.
our book in the middle of
I ain't never read this book. So if anything happened, it's their fault. No, them four.
No, it's your fault.
Not
Not
Rain.
everybody else that came with their list. It's your fault.
Okay, so we're gonna go with this book called Hunt by Taylor Rose.
Is it a psychological thriller, ma'am?
I'm looking it up right now.
I'm looking it up too.
Can we?
Taylor Rose. Oh, it is a dark psychological thing.
Yeah,
It's this series.
and this look, it had already been inside my TBR, so.
I'm with it.
But
I'm
this
with
is
it.
book
I'm
two.
with it.
Hunt is book 2, right?
Yeah, hers is book 2.
Why
Oh,
would
well, then
you
we
pick
can't
it?
read book 2. We gotta read book 1.
I mean, it's a part 1. It's ruined.
She said, "Make it work."
So we gotta read part 1.
Yeah,
let's
we can read part 1. Ruined.
Okay.
Oh shit. I'm scared, y'all.
This is a twisted series, dark psychological themes, dubious situations, and intense sexual circumstances. Later, this story and may be triggering or offensive to some. She's a USA Today best-selling author, Kenya Wright. She explores the darker parts of her mind through her alter ego, Taylor Rose.
Okay. You just got Kenya Wright whole catalog in your damn TV.
Okay, but listen, remember I told y'all like Kenya Wright was one of the first authors I started reading, so I am like kind of stuck on her stuff. Like even though like she do like a lot of IR.
We good with IR. We read anything. I'm scared. Next week you better have your homework, okay?
I'm scared.
She ain't gonna do her homework. What you got?
I'm gonna do my homework tonight because everything done went.
What you got tonight?
Down.
You gonna get next Thursday. I promise you.
I better not get picked next Thursday.
No, we'll do it. So we have to rotate new people on. We'll take Trina off next week's wheel. And we'll have to take off the genre too, probably.
Yeah.
So we get a different person, different genre every week. Yeah.
I'm glad it worked, so y'all was able to see it on the screen, and I ain't had to show it.
That was cool.
Yeah, but I got set up. I got set up.
The wheel set
the universe knows that this is going to be an amazing book, Trina, and we know that you needed a win.
Oh, look at that! Oh, that positivity.
Well, I love you so much, Trina, Shannon. We gotta have a conversation when we get out live.
I didn't do nothing.
You always doing something, Trina.
Even your mama says so. So
he said you was trouble. We knew this.
All I said was the will.
Hey, I think this book is on Audible too.
I'm about to go see if it's on Scribd.
Yeah, because I'm not spending no credits on nobody I don't know.
Damn.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. We'll have it in our little verbiage comment section underneath the video where you could buy it. Use the links, preferably the ones that we attach to the videos, because we get credits for those. It goes back to Sisters in Life. So make sure y'all use those links. It's Ruined by Kenya Wright. So pick it up so you guys can comment.
Taylor Rose.
Taylor Rose.
I thought you said Kenya Wright. Kenya Wright
it is, but she uses another name.
Yep. Make sure you write
Taylor Rose.
Taylor Rose. Smaller bottle tonight, Trina.
I should have brought the big bottle tonight.
You should have brought the big bottle.
So y'all make sure y'all tune in next Thursday, same time, same place.
Always.
Yes.
Always. Y'all have a great weekend.
Until next week, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.